Hello friends, in this video tutorial, we will learn how to create dynamic data graph in PHP by using Chart.js library with Ajax. Previously we have already published tutorial on create graph or chart in PHP by using Google Chart library, Morris Chart library. Now here we have used Chart.js library for create dynamic chart or graph by using dynamic data with PHP and Ajax. Chart.js is a simple and flexible JavaScript charting library for display data in chart or graph format on website. So for this here, how to use Chart.js library with PHP for create dynamic chart, we will make one simple poll application and display poll result on chart or graph on web page using Chart.js library. Now let's start discussing this topic. So this is our testing database, and here we can see survey table with two table column like survey ID and language. Under this table, when user has submit their vote, then data will be stored under this table, and from that data we will create dynamic chart using Chart.js library. So this is our working folder, and here we can see two files like index.php and data.php. In index.php we will write front-end code, and in data.php, we will write PHP script. Now first we have open index.php file, so in this file, we have already included jQuery library, Chart.js library and Bootstrap library link. First under this page, we want to create one poll layout, so user can submit their review, and based on that review, we will make dynamic chart on web page. So here, we have write poll question like, which is popular programming languages in year 2021. And below this, we want to display three options. For this, here we have write input type is equal to radio, with name equal to programming language, ID is equal to programming language 1, and in radio button text, we have write PHP, so it will display PHP option. Same for second option, we have write input type is equal to radio, with name equal to programming language, ID is equal to programming language 2, and in radio button text, we have write node.js, so it will display node.js option. And for third option, we have write input type is equal to radio, with name equal to programming language, ID is equal to programming language 3, and in radio button text, we have write Python, so it will display Python option. After create three option, now we want to create one button for send survey data to PHP script, so here we have write input type is equal to button, name is equal to submit data, and ID is equal to submit data, so when user has click on this button, then their data will be sent to server. Now we have go to write jQuery code, so here we have write $ with button ID submit data, with click event, so when user has click on button, then this block of code will execute. Under this first we have write language variable is equal to $ with input name is equal to programming language, with double colon checked, with value method, so this code will fetch value of selected radio button value, and store under this language variable. Below this, we have start write Ajax request, and under this, we have write first option URL, which set to data.php, so it will send request to data to PHP file. In second option, we have write method, and here we have write post, so it will use post method for send data to server. In third option, we have write data, and under this option, we can define which data we want send to server, so here we have define action variable with value insert, and language variable value has been sent as data to server. In fourth option, we have write before send callback function. This function will be called before Ajax request has been sent. So under this function, we have write $ with submit button ID, submit data, with attribute method, and under this, we have write disabled attribute, so it will disable submit button once user has click on button. And in last Ajax option, we have write success callback function, so this function will be called if Ajax request has been completed successfully, and it will receive data from server. Under this, first we want to enable submit button, so here we have write $ with submit button ID submit data, with attribute method, and under this method, we have set disabled attribute property to false, so it will enable submit button. Next we want to reset option selection, so for this, here we have write $ with first radio option ID, programming language 1, with prop method, and under this, we have write checked attribute, so it will select first option. After this, we want to remove selection from second option, so here we have write $ with second option ID, programming language 2, with prop method, and under this, we have change value of checked attribute to false. And same way, we want to remove selection from third option, so here we have write $ with third option ID programming language 3, with prop method, and under this, we have change value of checked attribute to false. So this way, we can reset option selection. Lastly, we want to display success alert message, so here we have write alert, and under this, we have write message like, your feedback has been sent, so this message will pop up on web page. Now we have go to data.php file, and here we have write $connect variable is equal to new do class with 3 option like MySQL host is equal to local host, database name set to testing, username set to root, and password set to blank value, so this code will make database connection. Below this, we have write if statement, and under condition, we have write is set function, and under this, we have write $post action variable, so if this variable value is set, then it will execute if block of code. Under this block, we have write if statement, and under condition, we have write $post action variable value is equal to insert, so if this variable value is set, then it will execute if block of code. Under this block, we have write $data variable is equal to array, and in array key, we have write :language, and in value, we have write $post language variable. Below this array variable, we have write $query variable is equal to insert into survey table, with table column like language, and values like :language, so this query will insert data into survey table. Now we have write $statement variable is equal to $connect variable with prepare statement, and under this, we have write $query variable, so it will make query for execution. Next we want to execute query, so here we have write $statement variable with execute method, and under this, we have write $data variable, so it will execute above insert query, and it will insert data into database table. Lastly we want to send response to Ajax request, so here we have write echo statement with done message, so here our store poll data in database code is ready. Now we have check output in browser. Friends, here we can see that when page has been loaded in browser, then on web page, we can see that one question on web page, with 3 options like PHP, Node.js and Python. Below this question, we can see that one submit button, so when we have click on submit button, then selected option value will be stored in database. So here we can see that by default PHP has been selected, so we have click on PHP, so after click on PHP, here we can see that one message has been pop up in browser, with message like your feedback has been sent. Now in database table, here we can see that PHP has been stored in survey table. Now we want to load this data in graph or chart, by using Chart.js library. So we have go to index.php file, here we will load data in Pie Chart, Doughnut Chart and in Bar Chart. So for load data in Pie Chart, here we have create one canvas field with ID is equal to Pie Chart, so under this we will load data in Pie Chart. Same way for load data in Doughnut Chart, here we have create one canvas field, with ID is equal to Doughnut Chart. And same way for load data in Bar Chart, here we have create canvas field, with ID is equal to Bar Chart. So now here our HTML code is ready. Now we have go to jQuery code part, and here we have create one make chart function. This function will send Ajax request, for fetch data, and then after it will load data in dynamic chart. So under this function, we have start write Ajax request, with first option URL set to data.php, so it will send request to data.php file. In second option, we have write method, and here we have use post method, so it will use post method for send data to server. In third option, we have write data, and under this option, we have write action key, with value fetch, so it will send this data to PHP script. In fourth option, we have write data type, and here we have defined JSON data type, so it will receive data in JSON format. And in last option, we have write success callback function. This function will be called if Ajax request completed successfully, and it will receive data in JSON format. Under this function, we will write code, after completing write code in data.php file. So we have go to data.php file, so here we have write if statement, and under condition, we have write $post action variable value is equal to fetch. If this condition true, then it will execute if block of code. Under this block, we have write $query variable is equal to select language, count survey ID as total from survey table, group by language. This select query fetch survey data from database. Below this query, we have write $result variable is equal to $connect variable, with query method, and under this, we have write $query, this method will execute above query, and return back query execution result in array format. Now we have write $data variable is equal to array, under this variable, we will store survey table data. So for this, here we have write for each loop, and under condition, we have write $result variable as $row variable. Under this loop, we have write $data variable is equal to array. In array first key, we have write language, and in value, we have write $row language variable. In second key, we have write total, and in value, we have write $row total variable. And in array last key, we have write color, and in value, we have write hashtag, with PHP random function, so it will randomly create color value. So here we have store data in $data variable. Now we want to send this data to Ajax request in JSON format. So here we have write echo statement, with JSON encode method, and under this, we have write $data variable. So here our PHP script is ready. Now we have go to index.php file, and here under success function, we have create language variable, total variable and color variable. Under this variable, we will store data, which it will receive from server. So for this, here we have write for loop, and under condition, we have write count variable value is equal to 0, count variable value is less than equal to value of data.length, and count variable value increment by 1. Under this loop, we have write language.push method, and under this, we have write data with count index.language variable, so it will store data in language variable. Same way for store data in total variable, here we have write total variable.push method, and under this, we have write data with count index.total variable. And for store data in color variable in array format, here we have write color.push method, and under this, we have write data, with count index.color variable. So on every loop, it will store data under this 3 variable. Below this, we have create one chart data variable. This variable we will use for display data on chart. Under this variable, we have write labels key, and in value we have write language variable. And below this, we have create data sets variable. Under this, we have first write label key, and in value we have write vote text. This text will be displayed in tooltip. For set background color of chart or graph, here we have write background color key, and in value we have write color array variable. For set font color, here we have write color key, and in value we have write white. And for display data, here we have write data key, and in value we have write total array variable. For define other property of chart, here we have write create one options variable. Under this variable, we have write responsive key, which value we have set to true, so chart will responsive. Next we want to start chart value from 0, so here we have write scales key, and under this, we have write y-axis. So by this we can set the value of y-axis. And under this, we have create one ticks key, and under this, we have write minimum property set to 0, so by chart y-axis value start with 0. Now for create pie chart, first we have store destination of pie chart in variable, So here we have write graph target 1 variable is equal to dollar with canvas ID pie chart. Next for draw pie chart, here we have write graph 1 variable is equal to new chart class with 2 argument. In first argument, we have write graph target 1 variable. And in second argument, we have write array, and in first key, we have write chart type, which has been set to pie. And in second key, we have write data, and in value we have write chart data variable, so it will load this variable data in pie chart. Now for create donut chart, first we have to store destination of donut chart in variable. So here we have write graph target 2 variable is equal to dollar with canvas ID donut chart. Next for draw donut chart, here we have write graph 2 variable is equal to new chart class with 2 argument. In first argument, we have write graph target 2 variable. And in second argument, we have write array, and in array first key, we have write chart type, which has been set to donut. And in second key, we have write data, and in value we have write chart data variable, so it will load this variable data on donut chart. Now for create bar chart, first we have to store destination of bar chart in variable. So here we have write graph target 3 variable is equal to dollar with canvas ID bar chart. Next for draw bar chart, here we have write graph 3 variable is equal to new chart class with 2 argument. In first argument, we have write graph target 3 variable. And in second argument, we have write array, and in array first key, we have write chart type, which has been set to bar. And in second key, we have write data, and in value we have write chart data variable, so it will load this variable data in pie chart. In bar chart, we have to start chart with 0 number, so for this, here we have write options key, and in value we have write options. So here our function is ready. Now here we have called this function, so when page has been loaded, then it will call this function, and display chart on web page. Same way, we want to refresh chart data, when someone has submit survey, so here also, we have called this function. So here our code is ready. Now we have check output in browser. Friends, first we have refreshed web page, and after refresh of page, here below submit button, we can see 3 chart has been displayed. Now in above question, we have select Python, and then after we have click on submit button. After click on submit button, here we can see that chart data has been changed in all chart, without refresh of web page. Now again we have go to question, and select second option, and click on submit button. So after click on submit button, here we can see chart data has been refreshed, because here we have used Ajax. So friends, this way, we can create dynamic pie chart, donut chart and bar chart in PHP, by using Chart.js library with Ajax, and we can create dynamic or live chart in PHP, using Chart.js library with Ajax. Lastly, if you have any query or inputs regarding this tutorial, you can ask your query in comment box. If you have liked this video, please share with your friends, or even you can also share on social media also. And lastly, don't forget to subscribe our channel for future video tutorial.